Hey there! In this video I'm going to show you how you can use Gravity Forms Webhook Add-on to send a message to Slack with the PDF URL included. This is useful if you wanted to get notified of new leads coming in and a direct link to any generated PDFs for that lead, or if you're using Gravity Forms for e-commerce, which is what we're currently doing with this sample form we've got open, and a new sale comes in and you want to quickly look at the invoice. So before you get started, you want to make sure you've got a form created and a PDF is set up on it. So again, this is an e-commerce form, bunch of products, contact info, and we've got a PDF set up. It's an invoice that gets automatically generated when the form is submitted. And once you've got those two things set up, you then need to make sure you have the Gravity Forms Webhook Add-on installed. If you have an appropriate license for Gravity Forms that has access to that add-on, you can go to the add-on section and search Webhook. And if you haven't got it installed yet, you'll see a install button and a text saying it's not installed. You can just hit the install button. We've already got this set up and ready to go. We'll head back to our form. E-commerce, go to webhooks. Okay, we'll go create a new one, and it's going to ask you a bunch of things, but we've got one more thing to do before we can make this happen, and that's to head to Slack. Hopefully you've already got a Slack application set up, and I've just searched for Slack Webhook API, and it's taken me to this page that talks about how you can easily create a new Slack app and set up an incoming webhook. So you can read all this. I'm just going to go through the basics with you today to get that up and running. I do advise you read it all so you can better understand it, but you can just follow along with this video if you want to jump right in. So I'm going to create a Slack app, and when this pop-up comes up, I'm going to select the from scratch. I'm going to call this Webhook for the app name, and then I need to pick my workspace. I'm going to select our business workspace and hit create app. This will take you to the basic information page, and what we want to do is create an incoming webhooks. So we're going to select that option, and it's going to take us to the incoming webhooks page where we can then turn it on. And once we turn it on, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and add a new webhook to the workspace. And this is going to ask where the webhook should post. So it'll allow you to post to a single channel. I'm going to post to a private channel called Internal Tools, and I'll hit allow. Once you complete that step, you can scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see here under webhooks, you've got a webhook URL, the channel name, and who it was added by and the date, and then you can delete it. And up the top here, you can see there's something about a curl request here. We're going to use the webhook add-on for this, so we don't need to worry about the curl request. You can see something about application JSON though, which is going to be important. And you can see there's a text key and then some text, which will also be important under the data section. So just keep that in mind. Again, all that info is on that Slack API webhook page that I showed you originally that I said you should read. So go back and have a look at that if you're interested in the exact setup for all those. So I'm going to copy the webhook URL here, and we'll head back to our webhook page. So under request URL, that's where I'm going to paste that URL we had. And I'm going to leave the method set to post and the request format set to JSON. We don't need to add anything to the headers here. For request body, I'm going to change it from all fields to select fields. And for key, I'm going to put text. For value, this will be the message that's posted into Slack. So I'm going to go right down to the bottom and select a custom value. And this will allow me to enter a message and include a merge tag, like the Gravity PDF merge tag. So I'm going to put, hey, we made a sale. Congrats. And then I'll put view invoice here, and I'm going to put the PDF merge tag here. Now there isn't a merge tag selector right beside here. So what I'll do instead is I'll scroll up a little bit, and under the request URL, there is a merge tag selector option here. So I'll scroll down to the bottom. And under custom, there'll be a merge tag selector for any of the PDFs that have been set up. So there's only one on this form. So I'm going to select it. And then I'll cut that from the request URL and paste it down in our value. And then I'm going to hit save. And then we're going to test this out. So we're going to go and preview the form, and we'll fill it out. Like direct deposit, and we're going to pay. We're going to sign up to the newsletter. We'll hit submit. Now, once that's submitted, we'll go to our Slack channel and see if that all worked. So I'm already on the internal tools private group, and you can see at 3:35 p.m. I added the integration to this channel called Webhook, which is our Webhook app, and then the Webhook app has posted this message. Hey, we've made a sale, congrats, view invoice. And I can click on this link, and it's going to take us to the PDF. So that's a really simple way that you can use the Webhook add-on with Slack to post the PDF links for any new entries that is submitted. Happy PDFing.